Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Shadowhand. Let's continue with the story. We did the first two stories, chapter 1 and chapter 2, and we're playing on hard, so I feel like what playing on hard first is probably going to do is just make us have to go back and play all the duels, and maybe you can just do the duels. There really aren't that many chapters, only 22, so unless they get really long later on, I think this probably is designed to be played maybe 2 or 3 times over. So chapter 3, in which Shadowhand gains her name and Minnie and Mary intervenes. So now we are running into a new character called Madame Mercy. Come into the firelight, sister. It is safe here. The vagabonds fear me. A lot of cleavage there. So this is a game that is adoring and liking cleavage, but not going extreme to a crazy extreme. Now, you can see in these cutscenes now, these are being generated on the fly because we have these specific items we have in our hands and equipped, and the hat, which means at some point you might be able to make Shadowhand look particularly silly and then go through these cutscenes, but I don't know if these cutscenes really are going to matter too much or say anything too interesting. This isn't really the kind of visual novel that or element that's going to have branching paths based on your equipment or anything like that, I'm sure. Why? Who are you? Thieves know that I can sometimes see their future, usually a vision of a hangman's noose. I am the fortune teller known as Mercy. Maybe you can help me. I seek my lost companion, Maria. Our evening has taken a terrible turn. First, you must be honest with me. I can sense that it's not your horse. Why did you steal it, and what else did you take? I hesitated to steal, but when I saw the horse belonged to the highwayman who robbed us, I decided to claim it. Other than that, he only had a few old papers. Aha. That must be Rich Turnpike. Read me those documents you stole. Let's see if he is embroiled in some unscrupulous plot. So yeah, I feel like the story might end with this just being a long narrative about how becoming a thief is a good thing, which, I mean, that is definitely a 180 from Regency Solitaire. But I imagine probably not. I bet Shadowhand becomes the hero at the end of the story, no matter what. The letter says, "Dear P, I'll help you turn your dirty money into goods we can all enjoy." And here's another. "Land the rum and hide the tea and tobacco as we arranged. Speak of it and I'll sign your death warrant. It appears that there's a ring of powerful crooks at work. I'm certain you are destined to put a stop to it. If you agree to investigate, then I will help you find your friend. If that's what I have to do to find Maria, then I will. But how can a genteel lady accomplish such a task?" See, and once again, I'm running into the problem of the text just being too small. There's really no reason why it isn't just taking up the full screen. You could flip the labels back and forth between the people talking. It'd be wise to keep your true identity hidden so you can pass among common folks and criminals. Disguise yourself with a mask and use the outlaw name Shadowhand. So, yeah, that's funny because then you just immediately have loot given to you. So are there going to be entire chapters here that don't even involve duels? So we have an active ability to shuffle playfield cards. It has a charge of 40 now. We have the Black Domino Mask, which increases stealth by 5. Increases chances to start first in duels. And then we have a consumable healing elixir that replenishes 25% of your maximum health. Okay. Collect 75 stars and defeat the chapter boss. Once again. Okay, and I guess we're just doing a puzzle kind of as a tutorial. Yeah, it seems like you're just doing solitaire sometimes just because. Use the active ability to shuffle the playfield cards that recharges as you play. Well, I guess I have to do that anyways. It doesn't shuffle the... it clearly doesn't shuffle the locked thing, so... there is still going to be an issue there. Yeah. That didn't help. Can we undo the last move? No. We could use that ability. Or we could just play that. Wait, actually, maybe that did help. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna have to do is... see, do we have a 0? No. I think what I'm gonna have to do is turn off the light in my room. Yeah, that helps. It's a little too dark of a background. What does this do? Show passive abilities. Okay, I don't think we can do anything more. And then 2, 1, 2. And I'm gonna do a lot of this counting, so apologies if that gets irritating. And I suppose we are just looking for the next key. Oops, you missed a card. Click the undo button to try again. Interesting. So it's been waiting for me to make that mistake, I guess. Oops. And the shaking cards means there was something I could hit. I'm not paying enough attention. Alright. And see, now this does say encampment 1 of 3, so that does give me the feeling that there's a decent chance we're going to do 3 puzzles today. Man, I am doing terrible. Finally. It's a different day than the first day I recorded, so I guess I'm needing some warm up. And that's probably why these puzzles exist in the first place, is so if you were doing only 1 chapter a day, which would make a lot of sense, you would have an opportunity to just warm up your brain and get back into the groove of playing this solitaire, this style of solitaire. Let's see, 4, 5, 4, 3 is the best one to go for a combo. And then at this point, I guess you're just straight up flicking the cards until you find one. And I guess you still get a perfect as long as you don't roll over to the net, to the entire deck. Yeah, I guess if you tried all the extra cards in the deck and had to roll over and start over from the beginning, and flip the discard pile back into the draw pile, that probably would lower your stars in that. Either that or there's no way to get below 3 stars playing on very hard. Maybe you only get 2 stars playing on normal, and maybe you only get 1 star playing on easy. Now tell me why you were out so late tonight with your companion. Mariah corresponded with a secret admirer. He yearned for her teasing letters, but I was worried that her wit and passion could be misread. Then he wanted to meet. I insisted I should accompany her in case his motives were not noble. She laughed at the whole escapade and at my concerns. I don't know anything about him. We were going to the first secret meeting when we were ambushed. I see. Do you have something of Maria's? I need to hold it. Here, my locket contains a token of her hair. Take it. Yes. I sense a connection with the sea. You must head to the shore to seek Maria. I imagine Madame Mercy here is totally lying to you. It is also the next step towards uncovering the plot behind those letters. Very well. I will prepare for the journey. Yeah, you're really just being led by the nose. Although, I guess you really don't have a clue either. Here we have a spare 8. Which we haven't done anything with spares, but we've heard about them. So, click this special spare card to pick it up. Great. And so then we can go 8, 7, 8. And then the choice would be 7, 6. And then the choice has to be 5. And that's, I believe, the best we can do. But if we click this, we can do that, and that can make a longer combo. Then we can make a 9-0. Probably shouldn't have done that, though I should have done this. Okay. And I just don't think in the duel it's worth using these charges up, so just in there, and we're getting gold, but we still really haven't seen a reason for the gold. So I am confused, to say the least. Alright, 3. 40 charge, 50 charge. We'll just end the combo. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1. I guess 2, and then 1, and then 2, 3, and then 2. I don't understand this energy bar. It seems like it's a gold multiplier, but is this actually a gold multiplier? Or is the times 21 a gold multiplier, or both of them? Is there a maximum gold multiplier you can get? It seems like maybe there is, and that would make some sense if there was a general limiting factor as far as just how crazy high the amount of gold you could get in one level could be. 9, 8, 9, 8. It's very quiet, and I think that's very intentional. But just hearing crickets and the rustle of a fire, it's a little off-putting. Yeah. Now, do you get to keep the spare cards between rounds? Or are they gone? We'll have to see when we get into the duel. And you're getting all these stars, but I have yet to see something that indicates you can't go forward in a chapter unless you have a certain number of stars. Alright, you must leave now. Patrolling soldiers are on the lookout for outlaws, and you have a stolen horse. Don't trust them, Shadowhand. Stats panel. Mouse over the enemy to see special defense and weapons modifiers. So now you're fighting people who are just actual foot soldiers and part of the police. So 25% to deflect pistol and musket. And combos start at 6. Okay, good to know. We do keep the spare card. Interesting. So I guess I could have kept that spare card and had 2 of them. Alright, and we're now using actual items and attacks, and this guy has a decent amount of health, and he has a better sword that does 6 versus my rogue's knife that does 4. He also has health, and then he has what could have been an active ability, but this character doesn't seem to have it. Defeat the enemy faster to earn more stars, so 20 turns or less.
Duel.
Okay. So, if I was to remove the top cards, could I get anything? I think I can. Spare 0, 9. Shuffle. 8, 9, 8. And then I guess at this point you attack. And then I guess at this point you attack, and now he's stunned for 2 turns, which means I guess maybe I now just control the board. Well, this might work fairly well. And so, do we stab again? I guess you do. I guess you just keep on stabbing him and keep on shooting him. Keep trying to stun him. He took his potion that gets him up back to 20. And I have no reason to take a potion, and I don't think I have enough charge for that or anything else, so I think you just end the turn. I guess that is just leaving me to the final choices here. 3 or 4 doesn't really matter, so I'll take the 3 because a 1 does not connect to a 9, so it wouldn't have mattered one way or the other. Problem here is you're not going to defeat this guy in this one round, and so you're going to end up taking a lot of extra turns. Okay. 6. And then 5. And then see if we can stun. And then you would go 3, 2, 1, 0. And that gets rid of more. And then I think I have to just end there. 4 gets me that 3 and nothing else. It does feel like you're gonna need one more active ability and probably better active abilities as you move forward. Otherwise, you are going to end up ending turns quite a bit. So if I go 9, I can go 0, I can go 1. Now I have an attack bonus of 50, so it still did not kill him. Interesting. Well, this should. And I guess that was less than 20 turns. That was 18 turns. Which I guess does beg the question as far as, well, maybe you just not really having enough items and skills to get 3 stars in the first couple chapters the first time you play them. This is obviously a better weapon, and I guess you're just going to hold on to a Joker card now. Well fought, Shadowhand. Can I offer you a new ability or enhance your disguise before you go? This hand amulet will surely prove useful. Alright. Hand amulet. 1 card fewer needed to start a combo. Okay, do I have enough gold for this? Yes, I have 780. I don't have enough for the crystal ball, though. So, what this is showing is that certain chapters will give us shops, but not all of them, always. And then we can switch over to this. This does 5, this does 6. What if I was to drop this down here? 25 gold. Let's not do that now because we may get something that gives us a better bartering system later. And then let's see. We don't have a bodice. 20% chance to resist bleeding for 250. I think we purchase that and equip that, and that changes that appearance. And then freebooter is +1 to the luck attribute, where this is just a basic disguise, and this is 1 guile attribute versus this stealth. So I'm not sure it's really worth it to change that. That would sell for 0 gold, so that's not really worth selling. Clearly there's going to be a lot more items, and I'm not sure I really need to buy equipped gear or anything like that. And yeah, I was never going to be able to sell enough to have this ability. And let's see, what are we looking for now? We have a +1 luck. This doubles gold under cards. So we were just going for gold, gold, gold. That way we can buy items. And I think that's what I really want to do, is just constantly increase the amount of gold we get until we are rolling in such a ridiculous amount of it that we have bought all the items to get our other stats equipped. Okay. And I guess you could just go back and do the previous chapters, but there's kind of no reason to do that now. So now we're going to chapter 4, Smuggler's Bay, in which the brigands are discovered landing their contraband. Yep, and it's definitely still on the fly as far as your disguise, which this is way more than what Regency Solitaire did. You kind of decorated a room with the items you got in Regency Solitaire, where this is much more relatable and interesting. Smugglers, it's almost dawn. I'm surprised they're still landing their cargo. This seems to be a dangerous place to be. Why on earth would Maria come here? What have we here? A spy surveying my business operation? No, sir, you are mistaken. Your business is of no interest to me. This is Captain Dread. I don't like the cut of your jib. What are you doing? Heading to a masquerade or holding up the next stagecoach? Neither, and I warn you that there are soldiers abroad. Neither of us wants to be seen. You do not to win my trust, stranger. You do not, as in you do 0, to win my trust, stranger. But I thank you for the tip off about the soldiers. Now be gone, and don't interfere with my crew. I can't leave yet. I must find Mariah. And I'll keep an eye open for useful items on the beach. So, apparently we're going to find a grog bomb. In the first chapter, collect 11 stars, which the only way you do that is playing at least 4 games, and it looks like there's 5, and defeat the chapter boss. So this is just getting bigger and bigger as far as the number of games we're playing. So we may very quickly drop down from doing 2 chapters a recording down to just doing 1, and maybe even as little as a half. And there is, I think, something slightly off-putting. Let's see. Just a little bit, as far as the back and forth that happens between a duel play and just a regular solitaire play. Okay. And now that we have so much time between them, it clearly makes sense to just go ahead and use these as they go and try to get as high of a combo as one can. Should I play a Joker now, though? I think you save those. And then 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 2, 1, 0, back to 9. That didn't help us any further, but whatever. And then 5, 6. 50-50 chance on which one's the right one. 5. Right. And we can see there is an item now under the cards, and so it seems like that's the way this is going to play. Is that when you need to find an item, you're going to find it under the cards as a simplistic metaphor. Arguably, maybe I don't have to actually solve this entire puzzle. I hadn't thought of that. I may very well simply just need to do that much. We can throw the grog bomb and duels, try it out on the next enemy. Okay, no, we do need to keep playing. Good to find out. Because it probably would be nice if there was an early victory scenario for all the solitaire rounds, but it seems like they're going to limit that to the duels, and early is a very subjective way of describing that, because what you're really doing is playing until you win or lose. And see, this is the first rollover, which gave me 2 stars, and it just ends. Okay, so that is a kind of nice early way to end, instead of going over and over again through the through the puzzle, just trying to find the one card you need. Here we have Mariah, who seems like she's probably more trying to escape the main character than anything else. And I wonder if that is because Mariah's evil, or maybe we're getting a story told to us from an unreliable narrator, and Shadowhand is actually the bad guy, and she just thinks herself the good person. That certainly would be the more interesting twist, is if she crashed the cart and shot the stagecoachman, and then she started robbing people for no reason, and that she's just telling a false narrative. The sun is up. I thought we'd leave before dawn. I can't be caught. They must believe I've been spirited away, as we agreed. I have paid you handsomely for the favor, Captain. Just stay hidden. I must land the last of this cargo, and then we set sail. What does that say? Sluice your gob with brandy while you wait. These are some really old-fashioned, old English phrases. Twel, take the chill off. I must get back to work. So yeah, it does seem like she is escaping a situation. What does the 3 of diamonds mean? Suit lock. To unlock this suit lock, you must play gym suits that are same to counter until the counter reaches 0. And I guess the suits are gems, coblets, faces, guns. Seems like there's maybe more than 4 suits. Let's see. We'll see if that's it. If it's just guns, masks, gems, and goblets. So I probably set this up specifically so that you can get fairly far. This is face up, but you can't play the cards under other cards. And that's one of the things I think I dislike about solitaire in general, whether you're playing digitally or in the real world, is it just feels like you're kind of encouraged to cheat when nobody's looking. Whereas the cards being face down makes that a little bit easier. I guess there's nothing more to do, so we'll hit that. And then hit this. And then move on. 101. It's pretty bad having 3 cards face up that are the exact same. We could end up turning over a lot of cards. And none of them are that suit lock color, so just have to pick something. This is going to be very slow going at this rate. Although maybe you don't really have to do much of anything. This kind of feels like it is just for score more than anything else, and that you will simply be allowed to continue with the story regardless of whether you actually finish a round or not. But I can also see how some of these games, some of these draws and deals could be particularly frustrating, as you may just have a whole bunch of locked cards and not really be able to do much of anything. 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 4. And I guess we might as well just reshuffle. That didn't really do anything. It's probably a little crazy to reshuffle when you have only a couple of cards left on the table anyways. And yeah, I think we have a decent chance of finishing this. I guess we're getting decent amounts of gold, but we're hardly playing a game where you get 100 gold for doing anything. 54 after spending a decent amount of time on that. Blessed. I've interrupted a smuggler at her work, and she's none too happy. There is clearly a level of more gender equality and kind of a lack of just like obvious racism that would be in the real world time frame that this seems to be emulating. Yeah, female smugglers don't tend to show up in stories because they generally didn't tend to exist. Mouse over the enemy to seem their special defenses and weapon modifiers. So they resist alcohol, and they have a 25% chance to bleed on their weapon. Their right-handed weapon. And this slasher's cider, for instance, would that be considered alcohol, or would I have to throw a grog bomb? Scorch opponent with unblockable 5 unblockable fire damage and attack bonus. Yeah, I'm not sure if there is anything here that's alcohol related. It'd be kind of funny to throw a bottle of alcohol to the character and try and get them drunk. Okay. I guess let's start with this. That's not charged. So I think we'll just end here. and let them work to move forward. So next time she attacks, there's a 100% chance of bleeding. Does mine have resist bleed? 20% chance, so good thing I purchased that. Meanwhile, is there still a reason to do this? No. So bleed 6, which is bleed 2 damage for 3 turns. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna get much better of an option here, so I probably should simply use the Joker. I just don't think I should be using the Grog Bomb yet. But this is a very typical video game thing, right? You hold on to the healing item forever and you just never use it. Yeah, this almost feels like it's intentionally setting you up to bleed to death. But it could just be that I'm playing on very hard. Alright, well. There we go. That, and then that. And then I could do that and I could do that, but I don't think I want to. Four, three. I still have yet to play the cards to open that. Finally. So is now the time to get rid of the top cards? Probably. But I think I just helped the opponent. And it feels like she's just not gonna even drink the other ciders yet, so yeah. Now she did. So if I could stun her, it doesn't seem like the gun stuns as often as I'd hoped it would. Three. And then attack. I might win, I might lose at this rate. I mean, she'd really only have to drink health and then do some other things. Okay, 3. Got lucky, I guess. 2, 3. And then and I guess I'm bleeding again. So yeah, I guess at this point we use the healing elixir. And then guess we have to end the turn there. So when if die here, do I get back the items I used, or did I just waste all of that? Is there any way that this saves me? I mean, I could play the Joker, and if this is like Regency Solitaire, you probably want to play these spare cards as quickly as possible because it increases the odds of you finding another spare card. Alright, and so then I'm gonna go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and guess shoot. And you just die. So now when we retry, we have all of our items back, okay?
Duel.
She just took a Joker card. Seems like the actual cards you get are fairly randomized. We should experiment to see if this would burn this. I suspect the answer is probably no. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And attack bonus. 4, 5. Attack. Can I shuffle? Well, let's not shuffle now. Let's play the cards first. And then shuffle. This definitely feels more random than you would kind of like it to be. Two, 1, spare. More damage. And more damage. And in the turn. Yeah, now all of a sudden we're winning fairly easily. Interesting, she made a mistake there. She could have continued playing. And you can continue playing between deals, which is interesting. Although that would be really the only fair way to play it. Let's just do this. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, slash. Three, and then might as well play this, unless we just want to stymie the opponent and take that instead, which you could have done that, I guess. Yeah, it definitely seems like this is a little more random than you might expect, but then it also feels like there's not that much game, so it would be kind of whiny to say it's too random. And I imagine we will end up being very glad that these are fairly random encounters, because that gives us a reason to potentially go back and play a second time, at least at some point in perhaps a distant future. There we go. And we got 2 stars because we took 1 too many turns. Let's see. So now we have the sailor's trousers, 50% chance to avoid ill effects of alcohol. Avoid being the drunken sailor, keep your trousers on. I still don't understand the alcohol thing. Mariah, at last I found you. Are you hurt? If those sea dogs have laid a finger on you, I'll make them pay. Is that really you, my lady? What a good disguise. I'm so glad you're safe after our disastrous evening. I have something painful to confess. I never meant to hurt your feelings, but I secretly planned to run away from the Darkmoor Hall for good. My rendezvous last night was actually with the captain, not my amorous correspondent. I was told to come alone. I wish you hadn't insisted on chaperoning me. Heaven knows how I thought I'd give you the slip, but the unexpected holdup proved an opportunity, so I started running. Mariah, this is madness. I can't believe you lied to me. Why would you do this? I just want you to come home to Darkmoor Hall. No, I can't. I'm going to sail away, taking my shameful secrets with me, and the blame. I only want your happiness. Please believe me. Here, take this ring to remember me by. I'm sorry, but I really must go. Mariah, I still don't understand. Wait. So, yeah. Doesn't feel like Mariah is really the big bad guy as much as she could have been. So we have the affection ring plus 1 undo, add extra undos when combined with secret ring. Okay. So you may wish to equip the affection ring before playing this hand. They're still tutorializing a decent amount, but that's fine. Also, go ahead and equip these trousers. The shop is closed. Now, I don't know if that's a different shuffle because I went to the equip screen or not. Probably not. That would be a little too easy to cheat if you just went to the equip screen, came back, and then were able to grind out spare cards or things like that. Yeah, it seems like anytime there is a break between conversations, there's just another challenge. There's a mobile game that I like to play that is called Destiny Child, no relation to the music group, and it is a mostly gacha game in the sense that it's got your money and it's trying to get you to buy premium currency, but actually it's a very easy game to play for free and never put any money into it. I've been playing it for at least a year and a half and not put a dime in it. On top of that, it has a caveat of being a game that has a lot of very busty and lewd images of anime girls, for lack of a better description, monster type characters. But the reason I bring this up is you have in that game scenes of conversation and then a often very awkward, just not explained at all transition to a fight that you have to do, and then maybe you have a conversation, and maybe at the end of that conversation there is actually a reason why there would be a fight, and then you have another fight, and then you may have another conversation, and then that conversation there is no reason why there would be a fight, and yet there's still a fight. This game feels a lot like that, where because the core gameplay mechanic is solitaire, in between any thought, any sentence, any description of the story that you could write down, you just have to add the sentence, and then a solitaire fight happened, or then a solitaire game happened. If this was the real world and she was literally sitting down and playing solitaire in between these events, it would be very, very odd. Alright, let's start playing. I guess we can kind of take as long as we want because there's no timer. It feels like there should be some timer at the end or something, but it's just a number of turns, so I guess they really just care about you right. So if I play this, then I can go 5, 6, and then see, there's trees. That's a whole nother suit. There's like 5 suits in these cards. Fair enough, I suppose. 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 6, and then I guess we just keep playing the cards. And I don't know if there's an achievement or anything for higher combos. But actually, that one. But that would be nice if there were achievements for higher combos. Although at a certain point it would also just be very annoying if there was an achievement to get like a 20 card combo or win an entire round on the single card. And we're still having a lot of background sound effects that get a little too quiet. It feels like there should just always be some music playing in the background, even if it's just going to be an incredibly subtle sound. I guess that's the best one. And I guess we probably don't want to use our abilities on the one before a fight, so I'm gonna not use those. And if anything, I probably shouldn't have been using the spare cards. Getting a little bit of extra gold doesn't seem like, at least at this point, it's gonna make a big difference. I might get 4 or 5 extra coins and that's it. Whereas it seems like I need probably 300 or 400 extra coins. And we'll get to it eventually. I feel like, and maybe I'm misremembering this, it's been a very long time since I played Regency Solitaire, but I feel like there was a certain point where it was fairly expensive to buy some of the upgrades, and it did kind of show a need to be able to grind through things. Oops. Well. Let's see. So 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in turn, 1, 2, 1, in turn. Guess we do this. Seems like you get gold for every column that's cleared. Yeah, you get 9 gold for every column cleared. That's useful to know. 0, 9, 8. And that got doubled to 18. But it didn't get this item. Which, that's a shame. So, let's do this. Like, we didn't really need to do that as a goal, but we do need stars, and I would like items. You again, I thought I told you to leave. Stop badgering my customers. Where I have paid good coin for a maritime excursion, and she shall have one. The tide has turned, we sail now. I cannot let you leave with her. I'll fight you if I have to. Yeah, and undoubtedly I'm not really doing any voice acting here. Or trying, so I know I probably don't sound particularly much like these characters. Not trying to do voices. So this is a charge of 4, does 5. 20% chance to pierce. And this is slashes for 8, 25% chance to cause bleeding. And then he has no base effects and items. I kind of feel like I might want to sell the grog bomb. It seems like we're going to get another one. And this is a nightmare. We're gonna have to just play swords to unlock the key to unlock the other thing. Okay, so 0 starts you in a bad position to start with. And so shuffle everything. Okay. So then I can go 0, 1, and then 2, 3. And is there any reason to like continue this? Because I could put a joker and I could do 9, 0. I could do joker 0, 9, 0. Yeah, let's just do it. This, and then this one, and then this one, and then this one, and then this one, which unlocks that, and then that one, and then can we go back? No. So we can go forward. And 1. And at that point, I don't think there's anything more to do. Let's see. 10 damage, stun with 3 defense does only a 7. And then with 1, we can do 0. And we can't wrap around to 9 though. But we can slash. We really don't have like a great reason to be fighting Captain Dread, and I think we're going to run into that scenario a lot where there's just going to increasingly, now that we know Mariah doesn't even really want to be with you, we're going to have increasingly less reason that we're fighting people. We may very well find that the grog bomb is not worth much, and so maybe it should just be thrown. Seems like we're about to get something very similar to a grog bomb, if not just another grog bomb. Okay. I guess you do this one, then that one, and then that one, and then that one, and then I guess I can't do anything more, so we slash. Well, he just got the grog bomb. And I guess that is a new complication certainly to consider, is that you're going to run into enemies getting items. Okay. Yeah, the grog bomb didn't really feel like it did much. It does, I guess, give us more gold and start us over again with another grog bomb even. Interesting. Two. 1 or 1. Let's go with 1. And then 2. And then do I want to go 1 back to 2 or 3, 2, 1, 0, 9? I guess we go 3, 2, 1, 0 to start with. And then back to 1. Or maybe not. 9. Do we want to play a Joker card now? Sure. 1, 2. That gets us a spare. 1. Then 0. And then we shuffle. We have 115 attack bonus here. And then nine, 8, 7, and then back to 8. 130 attack bonus. Then doing 11 damage, and that was just an achievement for a 20 card combo. Which, yeah, I'm not sure if there's any other requirements to make a combo that high. Let's just throw a grog bomb on him. The tide's in your favor today, landlubber. I yield. And interesting, we're just getting a default dialogue there. Feels like at a certain point we may just unlock a infinite mode where you just sort of randomly put in a deal against random characters that you've already met. That took 7 turns when it usually takes 12, but it really only gave me about 54 gold again. Doesn't feel like we're really getting a lot of gold. But then we get a bag of 135 gold, so it seems like doing the story alone moves the story, gets you more gold than actually trying for combos. And we now have the melee weapon, slash for 8 base damage and 25% chance to cause bleeding. Play an 8 card to charge instantly. Interesting. It also has a unique secondary effect in that it's not an 8 card combo, it's just the number 8 card. And then we got another grog bomb. It's over. You go. Maria stays. It's all for nothing. She will do as she pleases anyway. Don't try to talk me out of it. You don't know the full story, but things have been going on in Darkmoor Hall, Lady Cornelia. But Maria, no matter what's happened, I want to help. I don't think you can, but I promise to send you a word once I'm safely away. It kind of feels like she got pregnant with the master of Darkmoor Hall, and so she's running off to hide that she's been sleeping with a white guy, white rich noble. Farewell, my lady, and be careful. It's hard to know who to trust. Ah, Lady Cornelia, I trust you found your missing friend. I have some more useful equipment than when we last met. This sea servant pistol, for instance, a naval necessity. And so just a random shopkeeper, I guess, now. We're at 993 coins. And yeah. I think I will just keep on putting things into prosperity, but I think I may hit like 10 and that'll just be doubling your gold, and that'll be the maximum you can do. So this has a charge of 5, this has a charge of 6. This does better, so we take that, and then charge of 6 gun. do 6 damage. It does kind of feel like at this point we should just sell things. We could do a charge of 4 to do 9 damage, which would be better than that. And a charge of 5 to do 9 damage, which we could do that, but I'm not sure it really is worth going through that choices first. 20% to resist stun. Here we have a ruffian beard, stealth plus 10. So this is going to get really crazy as far as outfits. Okay, well, 5 to do 9, so 5 to do 9 is better than that. And then 4 to do 9 is better than that. And it seems like we are just gonna kind of quickly fill up our inventory. And we just barely had enough gold for all of that. And we're still fairly short on outfits. And I guess we equip grog bombs now by default. I think I probably would want more of an offense than a defense, so I'm going to equip 2 grog bombs. But we should ask 4 gold. Yeah. So they are worthless as items. I could have also bought the crystal ball, which makes me wonder if maybe abilities in particular will just be available for purchase always. And maybe next time we get to a shop we'll see these items also available for purchase. Okay. And at the current moment, you just once again really don't feel a reason that there would be a good reason to go back and do the previous chapters. And we're gonna just continue to move the story forward. This could get a little grindy at this rate. I could see we start getting into chapter 6, 7, 8, and then all of a sudden there's like 10 challenges per chapter, and we're spending like an hour just to do a single chapter or longer. Plus, it's been a while since we've seen any like tutorialization, so I wonder if we're not really going to see any new real gameplay features, and we've just seen it all at this point, which would be acceptable and understandable, certainly. Looking at these characters, it seems like you're gonna fairly quickly start investigating a different story that is only going to be slightly related, and it's not until you get to like chapter 12 that we're going to start getting back to Mariah, I think. Yeah. And in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if there is actually 2 or 3 stories that all interconnect. The paper doll concept of customizing your character with different items of clothing is interesting and funny, certainly, but it kind of smacks in the face of the Shadowhand as depicted on the main screen. Oh, by the way, clicking this newsletter button just takes you to a website that asks you to enter your email address. It doesn't even have like a website blog page. Alright, well, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.